Today I teach you how to make pollo adobado. This is gonna be an oven roasted chicken in a beautiful adobo, marinated in annatto seed and guajillo. You will see how marvelous this is. Very easy to do. Things are very cheap and you might have at home. And the best thing, you can use it for Thanksgiving or even for Christmas instead of the turkey. Bienvenido a mi casa, que es tu casa. My name is Laura and this is Spicy Latina Mom. I teach you how to cook delicious Mexican food with a healthy twist. And this is a traditional recipe, especially in the south of Mexico. Have you ever heard about cochinita pibil? Well, this is the kind of marinade that they use for the cochinita pibil. And many people in Mexico, especially in the south, they don't use turkey for Christmas, they use chicken. So I just wanted to share this recipe so you can have different options for this Thanksgiving, this Christmas, or even New Year's. And if you're watching this from New Zealand or Australia or South America, somewhere else, you can make this on the grill if it is still warm, because here in Chicago we're freezing already, but you can make it in the grill and this is gonna be just beautiful, amazing, tasteful, and you will see. So let's begin. First of all, we're gonna begin with the guajillo. I have 6 chiles guajillos over here. This is the Chile California, only dried. The good thing about Chile guajillo is that it's full of vitamin C, so it's great for during the winter because it's gonna give you a lot of vitamin C on your body. It actually has more vitamin C than an orange. One of these has more vitamin C than an orange. So begin eating a lot of guajillo. You can also use mirasol. And what I'm doing is I have some hot water over here. You don't wanna cook the guajillo. You only wanna soak it in hot water so we can get all the pulp. And I'm gonna give you 2 options. Now, first one, just the guajillo. If you want it to be a little spicy, you can add chile de árbol. This small one, these little ones that is like the red crushed pepper. If you don't have the chile de árbol, you can use red crushed pepper, just 1 teaspoon of red crushed pepper. We're gonna let it in there, resting for about 5 minutes so we can get all the pulp out. Let's continue with this recipe. Let's begin with the marinade. I have 1/4 cup of white vinegar. You can use apple vinegar. And over here I have 1.5 cups of orange juice. If you have no diabetes, if you don't have problem with your weight, you can actually use orange Coke, and believe me, this is really, really good because with the sugar of the orange Coke, it just gives a complete flavor. I'm gonna add also a teaspoon of cumin, also 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, there we go, and also I'm adding achiote paste. This is called achiote paste. You can find it in the supermarket. It's annatto seed. It's just that we make it in paste, and it's very used in the south of Mexico, especially in Yucatan. It's the one that is used for cochinita pibil, to make the cochinita pibil, and actually very special to grilled chicken. And I'm using about 50 grams of it's like a 3/4 of the package. I will show you a few packages over here. You can find it in Goya, Rogelio, many brands, they have it, the annatto seed. Just go into the supermarket in the Mexican section and you will find annatto paste. So I'm adding this annatto paste over here. And 2 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon, if you wanna use 1 teaspoon of garlic clove or a huge garlic clove like this one. And I'm also adding my guajillos that they stay here for a while. Just to get the pulp, we're gonna add this, as well as the chile de árbol, or the red crushed pepper. Doesn't matter if they go with the seeds because we are gonna get later rid of the seeds. So I have all the chiles over here, and now let's blend all together. I have this handy blender that is very useful. You can do it in your blender, in your normal blender. Now I have a strainer over here, and we're going to use this so we can get rid of the skin of the guajillo. I just get very surprised when I see other YouTube channels where they cook with guajillo and they never drain they don't use a strainer for the guajillo, because what happens is that it sticks on your teeth and it looks terrible, and you cannot enjoy the food as well as you do it when you use a strainer and just get the pulp and get rid of all the skin of the guajillo. So that's what I'm doing, and this is gonna be the marinade for our chicken. I have a whole chicken over here. If you have never done roasted chicken, don't worry. First of all, when you get this, get it out of the bag, and right inside here, you can find the neck or in other parts of the chicken that they usually put in here. Take it off because it is gonna be in a plastic bag, and if you don't take it off, it's gonna burn in the oven and it's not gonna be fine at all. So just take it off, rinse the chicken, just dry it up with one of those kitchen napkins, and there you go. Now, my secret for the perfect kitchen or the perfect turkey that you actually can make this recipe for turkey and it'll be really, really good. I have it in my YouTube Spanish channel, Las Recetas de Laura, if you haven't seen it. And what we're gonna do is that, like very carefully, we're gonna separate the skin from the chicken so we can marinate it in the inside. You can do the same with the turkey, and this gives it a special flavor as well as a beautiful color. It's gonna be a red, this is a Christmas chicken, it's gonna be totally red. So I'm just separating the skin. Just go easy in the middle, doesn't matter if it doesn't separate in the middle, it's pretty sticky. Now I'll do the same with the legs and go as far as you can. Just make sure, just try not to break the skin because this is gonna be used as a bag where we can keep the marinade for our chicken. And this is an organic chicken with no antibiotics as well as free cage because I would like to try. I can stop eating animals, but I try to give them a better life while they are alive. Okay, so this is ready, and now the next step, we're gonna put our marinade inside. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna be like a Santa Claus chicken, totally red. Just put it in there and just push it with the spoon or even with your hands. If you can go like farther with your hands, just do it. And that's gonna be the next step. Make sure that you add some of the marinade also inside the cavity of the chicken. And we're gonna put it inside some plastic bags. This plastic bag is the ones that I just get in the supermarket to put the vegetables because I was trying to do it with one of the 1 gallon bag and it doesn't fit, it's too big. So just make sure that to use 2 bags in case they have a hole. Or you can do it the way you used to marinate. I love to marinate in plastic bags because it's very helpful when you have to flip it over in the fridge. You don't make any mess, or sometimes like if you have children at home, they can just drop it out. And this actually helps you also to keep like all marinated and just flip it over. So the next step, we are just gonna add all what we did. And I'm gonna close both bags, okay? Get rid of the air. Make a tie. The same with the next one. And this way you have the perfect marinade. Now, for an amazing recipe, just leave it overnight marinating, and this is gonna be really, really good. If you want still a very good recipe, please just leave it at least 2 hours marinating in the fridge. And remember, every time you open the fridge, just flip it over so we can keep them marinated. So this going to my fridge for overnight, and I have my oven warming up at 360 Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. And let me tell you that I have my cookbook, finally! I have over 400 recipes in Spanish. My channel is called Las Recetas de Laura, and the cookbook is in Spanish. So if you guys speak Spanish, go and get it. You can find it at lasrecetasdelaurapreventa.com. I'm gonna leave you the link over here and also over here on the cards. More than 100 recipes, all healthy, special for people with diabetes, with hypertension, moms that are trying to make their children eat vegetables. Well, do it with Mexican amazing food created by me. So go and check it out at lasrecetasdelaurapreventa.com. And you cannot have a chicken in Mexico without the papas, the potatoes. So we're gonna make these amazing potatoes in the oven with some green onions that are gonna give it so much flavor and so much color. So all I'm gonna do, I just wash my onions, I rinse them with some water, and I'm just gonna cut it in pieces. And I'm gonna mix this with my potatoes, with my papas. Learn, potatoes is papas. And this is called cebollita de rabo, the green onion. All I'm gonna do is to mix it with the potatoes over there. There we go. And all this, I'm gonna sprinkle some salt on top of this. Salt to taste. And some olive oil. Some olive oil, about 3 spoons of olive oil. And now let's mix all together so we can get the olive oil and all the green onions together with the papas. And now we're gonna put our chicken on top of the potatoes with the onions, and it's gonna give it all the flavor because the fat from the chicken is gonna come over here. And believe me, put a lot of potatoes, put a lot of onions because everybody's gonna be fighting for this. It takes such an amazing flavor. So now let's take our chicken out of our bags. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna switch places because this can become a mess. Okay, over here. And now let's take off our chicken. There we go. Look at the colors and look at the smell. No, the smell, you better smell it. Don't look at it. There we go. Okay, so let's put it on top of our potatoes in here. There we go. And I'm just gonna rinse it a little with adobo, with the marinade that we just made on top. And I'm gonna save some marinade, so after 30 minutes, just take it off, rinse it again with the marinade, and this is gonna stay in the oven at 360 Fahrenheit, 180 degrees for about 1 hour and a half, 1 hour and 40 minutes. How are you gonna know that this is ready? I have a simple way to do it. Just check out if the skin has separated from the bone. So if you see that the skin is separated from the bone, that means that this is ready. Now, okay, the next step, I'm just gonna tie the legs so we can make it look more pretty. Just tie one leg over the other, and this is ready to go into the oven. Sometimes I feel so proud of what I cook that it's almost like having a child. And this chicken is one of that. Look at this. It's delicious. The potatoes, the flavor, all moisture. I know you're gonna love it. Please send me the photos and hashtag Spicy Latina Mom on Instagram and Facebook so I can see what you are cooking with my recipes. Subscribe. Send this video to all your friends so we can be a bigger community eating healthy Mexican delicious food. Well, guys, see you soon. Follow me on Spicy Latina Mom, and every Wednesday, remember that I have new recipes special for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, all the seasonal parties with Mexican recipes. See you next week. Bye.